Hello and welcome back to the Old Timers Tales. Here in this series, the old timer Jayanta Kumar Nath would introduce you to amazing tales from all across the globe, belonging to diverse genres. All these stories are a part of an anthology, the book titled Contemporary Global Fiction. These stories has been wonderfully compiled and edited by Dr. Susminder Jeet Kaur. The book has been published by Penprints India Limited, Kolkata. Today in the second episode, we have a story titled Daughter, written by Dr. R. Kartika Devi. Dr. R. Kartika Devi is an academician, critic, and a creative writer. Well, if you love these kinds of stories, please press the like button on the screen and subscribe to the channel for more of these tales. So let's start.
Daughter, R. Kartika Devi. The very thought of Diwali caused a great anguish in the heart of Vishwanathan. Every day, while tearing the daily sheet in the calendar, the burden in his heart increases. Till last year, the preparation and plan for celebrating Diwali would have started 1.5 months before the festival with great gala. What dress to be bought, what sweets to be made, what rangoli to be drawn at the entrance, which temples to be visited, questions, discussions, arguments, till the day of the celebration. A hula baloo would be continuously going on at the home among Vishwanathan, his wife Shanti, and their only daughter Padmashri. But Shanti, as usual, is happily arranging various things for the grand celebration. In fact, she is more active and more enthusiastic than what she had been during the previous years. And she knows that an extraordinary huge expenditure her husband has to encounter. She only spends to fulfill her needs, whereas Vishwa knows only earning with hard work, only to satisfy others' desires and dreams. In that attempt, many a time, he has to forget and sacrifice his own needs. This is not an ordinary year. She got married last June, and now she is coming home with her husband for her first Diwali after marriage. Thus, it's a really special Diwali for everyone. Mind knows that. But his purse? Shanti is ready with her bombastic budget with proud nostalgia. See, for our first Diwali, my father bought you a diamond ring and 7 sovereign minor chains. That much luxury may not be possible for us. At least we can put flowers where gold has to be kept. So let us buy a gold ring instead of a diamond ring and a minimum of 2 or 3 sovereign bracelet. Vishwa looks at her with pathetic eyes. He would like to ask her, do you know how much is the cost of 1 sovereign, darling? But he can't. That is his weakness. He can't hurt anyone. He doesn't know it. Further, Shanti continues, even for your sister's first Diwali, amidst all financial crisis, we bought the same thing. Also, we went to Kanchipuram to buy her the silk sari. In 1991 itself, her sari's price was 30,000. As she speaks, Viswa's head has begun to reel. He wholeheartedly longs to do all these things. But where can he go for money? Shanti does not seem to stop. But your sister is always lucky. You did all rituals and rites and fabulous gifts to her for each and every function after marriage. Even after that, she got equal share in the property. She didn't hesitate to ask for a share when you sold the paddy fields and the rice mill to settle your father's debt. Being the shareholder of the property, she should have come forward to share the debt, but she came to ask for the share from the money got from the sold property. Such a stone hearted lady, who can never think of her brother's burden. Vishwa thinks, let her go in her own selfish way. But you, my better half, you came to share my joys, sorrows, my pleasures and pains, my gains and burdens. Why can't you have a soft heart for me? Why don't you understand our present situation? 30 years before we might have been sound financially to do everything in a grand manner, but now the situation is different. We don't have anything except this house. The small business is enough for a decent living. Everything is in our heart. Happiness and contentment are important. Satisfaction is not in luxury and money, but in love. We can celebrate Diwali in a simple but joyful way. Shri would understand our position, and our co parents in law are also very good people. Our son in law is such a nice person, highly educated, gentleman. He would not expect any such things from us. Vishwa would like to utter all these words. Once again, Shanti started. The people of Shri's house may be good. Just because of that, we should not forget our duties. After all, Shri is our only child, for whom we are going to do anything except her. Only if we do all the formalities perfectly, she will be treated respectfully. She is so logical in her proposition that he may not be able to find a counter argument. At last, Vishwa makes up his mind to calculate the budget and accordingly plans to generate money for that. For gold ornaments mentioned by Shanti, minimum 3.5 sovereign gold is needed. It might cost some 1,60,000 rupees. Then, for the silk sari and dress materials for son-in-law, 50,000 rupees may be allotted. After that, they have to go to co-parent-in-law's house in order to invite daughter and son-in-law. While going there, they cannot go empty-handed. Some gifts, sweets, fruits and flowers have to be purchased. So minimum 2 lakh rupees is needed. Shanti can give her dollar chain. If it is sold, he can get more than 3 lakhs. Shanti may not like this idea. After all, this is the last jewel she has got from her parents. Vishwa thinks over other plans. Shall I ask Kamla? Immediately, he changes his mind. He knows very well about his sister. She is too stingy, as well as too selfish, to consider the issues of siblings in a sympathetic manner. She would neither open up us to show her love and sympathy, but her eyes would be always grazing over things only to grab them to her home. He began to ponder over other options. Shanti does not bother about this anxiety. In fact, she is unaware of the financial condition of her husband, or she has never tried. She has been brought like that both in her mother's house and in her mother in law's house. She is happily talking about the forthcoming Diwali with great enthusiasm. In her hand, there is a long agenda of program to give all pleasures of life to her daughter and son in law. She brings steaming white idlis and sambar, with enticing flavor. Sitting in the dining table, Vishwa's eyes go through the window. The reddish hibiscus is attractively dangling amidst the rich green leaf clusters. It is gently drizzling outside. P. Shushila is singing sweetly in the television. If it had been the Vishwa of 10 years back, he would have sung and danced gleefully in the rain. The wounds and pains of life, and that too, to be endured in isolation, have made all his artistic senses numb. His eyes just blink blindly. He is absorbed himself in the arrangement and organization of Diwali that should give contentment and joy to his wife and daughter. He cannot tolerate a slight dissatisfaction on the side of his daughter and wife. Shanti, when he thinks of his wife, there would be always a strand of pity running with love. Poor girl, born in a very rich family, what she has enjoyed in this house after marriage. This is how Vishwa used to think of her. Vishwa is also not an ordinary man. He was also born with silver spoon, but the silver spoon was snatched when 9 siblings followed him one by one each year. His father was not so efficient as his grandfather was. In order to look after the big family with an inefficient head, Vishwa had to sacrifice his higher education. As brothers went for higher studies and sisters got married, gradually the ancestral property began to dwindle. To reach the climax, both parents became victims of cancer. While the condition of his brothers was saved by the white-collar jobs, he was caught up in the family debts, for which none was ready to take the responsibility. When it was decided to sell the family property to settle the debt, people rushed to get their shares. Vishwa cannot question anyone. Vishwa analyzes all the possibilities and prosperity of approaching all his brothers and sisters, and at last concludes that nothing can be expected from any of the siblings. His condition cannot be explained to Shanti. She cannot understand. She would pathetically blink, and Vishwa's heart cannot tolerate to see the innocent blinking face of his wife. Even if she is ready for a simple Diwali, it cannot be accepted or assumed by Shanti. Vishwa very well knows that she is an educated girl and she won't expect anything from her parents in their financial crisis. But now it becomes necessary to consider the status of daughter in mother-in-law's house. Vishwa has already bitter experiences with the husbands and parent-in-law of his sisters at the time of selling the family property. After a great war-like debate in the heart and mind, Vishwa has decided to seek the help of his childhood bosom friend, Ravi. He is unable to eat the idlis, pushes away the idli plate, and gets up from the seat. There is a why in the eyes of his wife. He takes the shirt and begins to wear it with a serious mood. He has never asked any financial help from anybody. Whenever there is a need, they used to sell some ancestral property. The pride and social status has not allowed them either to borrow or to seek help. For the first time, Vishwa, for the first time, is going to meet a friend for help for the sake of his daughter. It is not because he has great hope in Ravi, but he believes in the words of Thiruvallavur, who has said that a true friend would immediately come to help as the hand unconsciously holds the attire when it slips. Yet there is a great struggle. He stands in front of the mirror and rehearses himself as if he were requesting Ravi. Shanti looks puzzled. After half an hour of practice with heavy heart, Vishwa, a man who has never gone for any help in 55 years of life, slowly moves towards the door to go to meet Ravi. There is a look of a dead person in his face. Mechanically, he puts his hand on the door. Hardly has he touched the door is opened from outside all of a sudden with great noise. Both husband and wife stand shocked. She and her husband are standing with all laughter in their face and a number of bags in their hands at the threshold. She begins to talk without expecting any reply. Papa, my husband has told me that time has changed immensely. So we also have to change. You should not refuse our request. In fact, it is an order. He considers you not as father-in-law and mother-in-law, but his own mother and father. So we have decided to celebrate this first Diwali in our house and not here. My husband has decided to buy everything for his parents, his wife's parents, and for us also. Just be ready. The car is waiting. All of us are going to our house. You just relax and enjoy. We will take care of everything.